There are three things I think that make our training unique. The first being that rather than training the students to teach only a particular protocol, one sort of multi-week program, we do have a program like that. There's a 6-week introductory training that they're trained to teach throughout the year. But beyond that, it's really important to us that they gain the sort of experience and tools and orientation to deliver a variety of programs, actually, and that the training emphasizes adapting the way they teach to different circumstances and to different formats, so that there's some emphasis whether people are training to teach in healthcare or business or education or a therapeutic context, or classes that are just open to the public. So that ground is quite fully explored in the training. And then secondly, how much we go into the Buddhist psychology that underpins mindfulness practice. Even though people are being trained to deliver these practices in a secular context and setting, it's really important to us that we draw on the whole breadth and depth of the Buddhist tradition, so that the teaching frameworks from where these practices come are really, that they're really inside our trainees' practice. And so that explicitly they're teaching in a secular context, mindfulness practices, but that's backed up by their implicit, deeper understanding of that psychological and spiritual background. And then the third thing is how much we really draw out the goodness of the people's practice. How we want them to really, from the beginning, find that their teaching really comes from their own sort of grounding in practice. And so we put a lot of emphasis on what it is to actually inhabit that seat and to be present in a teaching moment, drawing on the ways these practices have really transformed the person themselves, and how that's the origin and the meat of what they're teaching, and how they're able to teach effectively, wisely, authentically. So during the year, the trainees actually, they gain that confidence to teach, the confidence in their practice, the confidence in their voice, the confidence in what they know, and the opportunity to fill out that confidence with real learning and training. And then also the way that they deepen over the year is very impactful to see. How people come in with some wish to be able to teach, but it often feels like something that's far away. And the way they grow into that capacity over the year. And thirdly, then, the peer connection is a powerful thing for them. Training with a group of people, and that sense of peer support really that can build just like it does in a retreat, but coming back 4 times over the year means that that collegial sense grows a lot and often turns into really important lifelong connections for people. First thing would be watching people transform over the year. Seeing them go from a place where they love this practice, they love meditation, they love mindfulness, they're steeped maybe in the Buddhist Dharma practice, and then how their capacity to articulate that and share that and be of support to others deepens as they go through the process, and as their own trust in and understanding of their practice sort of fills out more, settles in more, becomes more embodied for them. That's a beautiful thing about the training. And then the way the ripples of that spread out, so that after the 3rd module of the training, when they then go and deliver an introductory course to other people, and we see all the notes of appreciation and the evaluations, so the way our students have gone, and each of them taught a group of students, and just reading the reports of how so many people have been touched and transformed, and that their first course they've taught with students who are practicing for the first time has had that effect of those people being turned on to a kind of new way to see their lives, meet their lives, unfold their lives. And that sense of spreading ripples is a very touching aspect of teaching the course for me. And then thirdly, I teach it with Mark Coleman, who's a very old friend. We were doing practice together in monasteries in India in the early 90s. And so that 30-year friendship really is, I think it's part of actually how we teach well together, and our different styles complement each other. And it's also personally just delightful to lead the program with an old and dear friend and colleague.